Emotions walking off that field last time after this game?
We're definitely disappointed in the way that the game ended. You know, it was a pretty emotional game for us to be in the last game, and I guess it was just, you know, mainly disappointment that, you know, that's the way we'll leave Bobby Dodd Stadium. So.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off what Roddy said. It's definitely a disappointment, you know, not only for the seniors, but as a regular season record. You know, that's how you win your last game is how you're going to be remembered, especially against Georgia. So definitely feelings of disappointment leaving the field.
Roddy, that wheel route down the right sideline, it looked like it was just barely off your fingers. Can you talk about that play and how close it actually was?
Well, you know, we had a good play call on, and Ted threw a pretty good ball. You know, it was just a little too far, couldn't get both hands on it. But those are catches that you need to make, especially in games like this. You got to take advantage of all your opportunities, and that was a big one that we didn't take advantage of early in the game.
Could you feel their size advantage, offensive and defensive line, kind of becoming more a factor as the game wore on? What was the progression of there? How did you guys hold up in your minds?
I think we did pretty good as far as up front went. We have to get to the quarterback, though. I mean, that's the name of the game, especially as a defensive front seven. You have to get to the quarterback. If you give a quarterback like Aaron Murray time to throw, he has plenty of good receivers over there that he's going to find, and that was our problem today.
Stephen, what in particular makes their passing game so difficult to defend?
Just the amount of weapons they have, from the tight end all the way to the receivers. Everybody's capable of running good routes and catching any ball that he throws, and Aaron Murray himself makes plays with his feet. He can extend the play. He can get out of the pocket. So kudos to them.
Stephen, was the amount of times you guys blitzed, was it pretty typical or a little more or less than normal, would you say?
We tried to keep it pretty typical. I mean, we didn't do anything new. We just kind of went out there with the same game plan that we've been having and hope to execute better.
I know you two guys feel kind of tough about losing the last ball game and it being your last one. But can you talk just a little bit about how much you've helped this team by sticking on and helping these young guys to accomplish a lot more than what they were expected to accomplish?
Well, you know, as you grow up, the responsibility of getting the guys ready to play falls more on you. You know, that senior class is experienced and knows what it takes to win. And so, you know, when it was our turn, we just tried to kind of impart that on the younger guys and really tell them or show them more so how to get ready to play and what it takes to win. So, you know, we didn't win as many as we would have liked, but, you know, hopefully we'll practice hard and go out and win the bowl game.
Stephen, since the win over Clemson, when the defense looked so sharp, it seems like something's been off in these past three games. Can you describe what it might be or what you think it is?
I think it's just playing with a sense of emotion. If you turn on the film and look at the Clemson game, how emotional we were. Football's an emotional game. You know, you can't play it calm. And I feel like we've came out flat the past couple of games, you know, didn't quite give as much energy as we should have, you know, and attention to detail, but it's definitely the energy level.
Including this game against the biggest rival?
Definitely. I believe it's just obvious that the same type of intensity isn't there that we had at the Clemson game.
Could you speak for just a second about how it felt, the emotions to have your family out there in pregame and to cheer you on this one last time out here?
There were a lot of emotions. You know, this was a game of last. You know, it's the last time we walked down Yellow Jacket Alley. It's the last time, you know, we stayed in that hotel before the game. It's the last time, you know, you'll get ready for a game in that locker room. So there were definitely a lot of emotions. It was definitely a special moment getting to go out there and you know, have your name announced over the loudspeaker and with your family there. And that's definitely a special moment. It's something I'll remember. But you know, ultimately you got to win the game.
Roddy, if it wasn't the lowest season rushing total, it was one of them. What were they able to do defensively on you guys that kind of prevent you guys from doing what you do best?
I think we just kind of shot ourselves in the foot a lot. You know, they switched up some looks, so you know you have to give them credit. They didn't just sit back and stay in one defense or excuse me, stay in one scheme. You know, they sent some blitzes and did some different things, but you know, I for most of the game, we felt like we could move the ball on them. We just would always stalemate, you know, missed assignments, missed blocks. Those things kill us. You know, we can't get in second and long, third and longs. We're not built for that. You know, we just didn't execute enough.
Hey guys, I know a loss is a loss, but just talk about losing to Georgia, the rivalry, and all that.
I mean, especially for me and Roddy, being from the state is something that you're going to have to live with until you beat them. I mean, the past couple of years they've had our number, and 364 days until they get to get them again. So hopefully we'll be able to come out and do it again next year.
Stephen, just as a follow-up to an earlier comment you made, is there any way to explain being flat in a game like this? That obviously, you know, it's really your last biggest game of the year.
It's pretty much an individual thing. Every guy's different, you know. Everybody prepares for the game different. That's pretty much it. You have to get ready for these type of games. You know, they only come around once in a while. You only get these guys once a year, and you just have to go out there and play with everything you have. And I feel like we just weren't there today.
Roddy, you were having some success, it looked like, with I guess kind of an inside handoff. Can you talk about where that came from and maybe why it was working? And I don't know that we've seen it a lot today.
No, it was a play that we put in this week. You know, Coach had seen something, watched some other teams. I think we got it from Army. Army had run it a lot against Air Force, and Air Force played a similar defense that Georgia does. So we decided to put it in and look good during the week, and so we ended up trying it. And we did have some success with it, especially in the first half. You know, in the second half they started adjusting a little bit and left some guys over there to play it more. But it was a good play for us pretty much all day.
How good do you guys believe this Georgia team is now? Any chance they're in the discussion for a national championship caliber team?
We're just going to have to wait and see how things play out, but they're definitely a good football team. You know, 10 wins isn't easy. Winning a football game isn't easy, and to get 10 of them is something to be proud of, so they're definitely a good football team.
They've won 10 games in a row. You know, they've beaten everybody on their schedule the last 10 games. So they're definitely good. You know, are they in the national championship picture? You know, I don't know. That's for everybody else to figure out.
Both you guys, how will you process this game over the next 24, 48 hours, do you think?
It's definitely going to hurt today, but like Roddy said, we have a bowl game to go out there and win. So we're going to come back, we're going to watch the film, we're going to flush it, and whoever we have in the bowl game, we're just going to start preparing for them.
Definitely, I agree. I think that's the good thing about having a bowl game. After a tough loss like this, you always look forward to playing the next game, and you know we're going to have to live with this one for about a month or so. But you know, in the bowl game, we just need to focus on that and go out and play hard.